sister definitely handled it eloquently. She didn't go for the Me Too Jack move. She held her own, and I was actually, I'm a big critic of all these celebrities. And one thing that I noticed is that they wasn't having it with Kobe this week. They wasn't having it at all. And typically, they all go on the bootleg side of the fence. and they all usually come down and down the black man, but this time, this man dying right next to his daughter on a helicopter.
It's not good time.
People just wasn't having it.
It's not good time.
At all.
It's not good time.
And then for a person like Gayle Smith, who has constantly...
Gayle King.
Whatever. Stale King. Who has constantly defended her colleagues, her white colleagues in the news industry who have been caught up in all type of sex scandals.
Matt Lauer. Harvey Weinstein.
She defended Charlie Rose. She defended Charlie Rose. Charlie Rose, hard body. She defended Al Franken. Al Franken got caught on video grabbing a chick's boobs, had to step down from Congress, and she dismissed it and called it sophomoric.
Yeah.
Sophomoric.
What does that even mean?
Right, like
sophomore high school, you grab titties, I guess.
Wow.
I went to a boys' school personally, so I couldn't grab no titties.
Yeah, we know what you were grabbing.
And that's why Snoop called her
Hold on, we got new sound.
face.
We got new sounds on the board. You lucky I can't reach the board. I got a new seat. The pink one is the bell.
Nah, the blue one.
No. Ooh,
You would hit the fairy dust one.
Well, you were talking about what you was grabbing in all boys
No,
schools.
I didn't say I grabbed anything. He said, what is sophomoric? And I said, well, when I was in high school, I'm tall. Continue. Continue the conversation.
But yeah, I mean, this was crazy. Like Gayle got it, and I think that these major news companies are losing their mind right now because
I think major news companies are losing, period, and that's why it's a different type of journalism going on now.
Okay.
Now you have more platforms like this in itself that are really the minds of the people. The benefit of having these type of podcasts and different types of forms of journalism is you get to really hear the minds of the people. We don't give a fuck if you agree with us or not. It's just, you don't have to. We're having a conversation.
I get into that a lot, like with a lot of the older members of my family, like especially that baby boomer and that older half of Gen X.
Yeah.
They still get everything off of MSNBC and CNN, and they think that that's the whole world. When there's a whole world on the internet right now.
They're being fed a story when you have your own. You can create your own story from your own mind, and it's just like you don't need to hear what MSNBC, Fox News, CNN. They're all they're doing is catering to their audience. So if you have your audience, of course you're going to say what your audience wants to hear.
And they're doing actually more than catering to the audience. They are catering to their corporate sponsors.
Right.
I tell people all the time, right? If you want to learn real news about the U.S., watch another country's coverage of the U.S.
Yeah.
That's when you want to learn real news because it's not bought and paid for. It's no agenda, right? But I think what we can do, we can even give this whole situation context. A lot of people never talked about. It was 2003. It was a black man accused of sexually assaulting a white girl. The world was different in 2003. This is off the heels of the OJ trial. This is off the heels of like black people in media just really starting to assert themselves. And it was still more of a raw thing for a black man to be in Colorado. Just even the fact that he was having sex with her, even whether it was consensual or not, it brought up those old feelings of white men being scared of their women being taken by black men, the stigma of the black man being accused of things by white women when they do things consensually, and then once they get ashamed or feel ashamed, they come back and accuse a black man of rape. That was something that's happened throughout history, and people fail to realize why that case is so polarizing, because it brings up all those same emotions that are tied to that, and a lot of people won't admit that. Like, them people just coming out like, nah, he's like, it's some visceral racism.
I mean, that's the
undertone.
Because these people clearly did not even go back and look at the facts of the case. This woman had no case. The prosecution gave up because this woman's own friends were ready and willing to testify against her because she was a liar. I mean, they found 4 different types of semen in this woman's drawers. Like, come on, man.
So why do you think Gayle King brought it up?
Because that's what they do.
Because it's still
She was looking. I think she was looking for a viral moment because.
You think she's
Like-
looking for a viral moment? I don't think she's
Off-
looking
I
for
look-
You gotta look at off the heels of the R. Kelly situation. She got a lot of publicity off of that. When she got R. Kelly to go off like that, she was eating off that for like a month.
So do you think if she did this for viral, whatever, whether it be positive or negative, do you think she did what she wanted to do?
Absolutely. So one thing I know about, like in journalism, right? She has a big enough platform where she can ask what she wants to ask and not ask what she feels like she shouldn't ask someone, right? She has that autonomy. She's that big of a, interviewer at this point. So that's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with the initial question that she asked because the follow-up is what is the dirty part, because it's like she asked the question,
She tried to coach her into
and
it.
she answered it.
Right. And she
You didn't
kept
get the answer you were
going and was
looking for.
pushing.
You were pushing her to get an emotional response. Because at the end of the day, you asking somebody that's their friend that just died. You know what I'm saying? So you know it's emotional there. Just like she was tugging at R. Kelly, asking him all type of little shit until he finally
That
broke.
nigga snapped.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what she wanted though.
She wanted Lisa to maybe cry, maybe to like show
To
some
snap,
type of
yeah.
emotion. You know what I'm saying?
But this is the thing, like,
And her body language too. She was like, but I'm saying, like, let's get deep, let's get more into it. When Lisa was like, but
she
Lisa
played
gave
her. She said it
her the
calmly.
most
She played her.
smackdown answer in the classiest way. Cause she said, I think the
did.
media.
She handled
And she
herself
looked
right.
at her right in her eyes. She said, I think the media should be respectful. Like, almost
She
like.
said media, she was like,
looking
right.
at her.
Bitch.
Like, you don't let me put these paws on you. Like,
Shut
the
up.
media need to be
And
more
you know, Lisa
respectful.
Nelson's like 6'8".
Right.
Just
Like,
a
she
big
could have
pause.
slapped her across from that motherfucker.
Yeah.
But the way she said media, cause I watched it just so I can get a feeling of it again. The way she said the media
It was like it was
needs to be
definitely
more
directed
respectful.
to her.
It's like you need to stop what you're doing right now too.
because she see through it.
I mean, but did you see the backlash, right? Did you see all the people come to Gayle's aid? Like, I can't believe Al Sharp. Well, I can believe it. Al Sharpton,
I mean,
fucking Ta-Nehisi Coates. What's the girl that was in Obama's cabinet?
Susan Rice,
Susan Rice. Susan Rice talking about she got an army to go against Snoop.
army.
I'm like,
what?
where was your army at when you was the head of the NSA when Trayvon Martin was murdered and y'all did nothing about it? Like, these people are like sick, man. They're sick.
So, and what she failed to realize, and all these other people, Snoop and Kobe had a friendship. They kids know each other. Their families know each other. Like, they've been knowing each other for 20 years since Kobe got in the league. They don't realize they've been famous together for that long. Famous people hang with famous people.
right.
Yeah.
That's
But I
where
think it
that's
was
who they
more
feel
so
comfortable with.
The threatening aspect that Snoop did when he was like, "We coming for you," and all this. Now we all know that Snoop didn't mean it in that way. That he really coming for her or gonna be outside her house looking for her. However, you know that as soon as you make some small slight threat or something that seems like that, people are gonna take it and run with
But
it,
they just
and that's
being corny.
exactly what
I
they
mean,
did.
You saw
I agree.
Oprah with the fake tears.
Yes.
On NBC with the fake tears. I'm like, my friend is not doing good.
I think
Oh well, Kobe's dead. So
I
I don't
think-
care less how she's doing.
like plenty of people get death threats. People get death threats.
Shit, I get death threats.
Why you get death threats?
We'll
Tariq
cook.
gets
We'll
death
cook
threats.
that. We'll cook that salmon. You keep talking that shit.
Tariq, he gets death threats.
I know Tariq from Power gets death threats because he shot Ghost.
Everybody gets death threats, man.
I've never got a death threat.
But what I
probably
will
need a few.
But I'll say this. What I will say, I respect Snoop once he calmed down and got his emotions in check. He apologized for calling
Yeah.
out her name.
No, he didn't. He
Yeah,
just
he
said-
did.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He said he apologized for that, and that's not what he meant. And he
did.
said that
Well, he clearly called her a bitch.
I mean, but
Your
no, I
funky
because I think he could have.
dog
I think he could have made his point without calling her a bitch. But at the same time,
I
but
think
at the
that
same
was
time, I
like-
understand
sometimes
that's
it's
your
fair.
that's your raw
Yeah.
emotions.
You
Sometimes it's
drug a
warranted.
dead man who just died, who
Yes.
died with his daughter
Yes.
through the ground.
Yes.
And you do not do this to your white colleagues. So
Right.
please, you deserve every bit of that bitch.
Yeah.
You deserve every bit of it.
What
Plus
about,
more.
Every single word.
what about the funky dog head?
Donkey
Fuck.
face,
You get it all.
dog head,
And you know what?
bitch.
Honestly, like, I cannot stand these
You
people.
keep saying that shit.
I cannot
Maria
stand
said
these
that shit
people.
all
I cannot stand these people online who keep saying like, we need to get together and we're too divided. We're not divided. Like, these type of people like Gayle King, they need to be separated from our group because they give us no benefit. We get no benefit from people like this. Rule number 1, the traitors gotta go first. And Gayle King, you got to go.
And one thing about the hood and the streets, they have a little bit more of a moral compass than regular Americans. What's wrong is wrong, and I think so. I think so.
I'm gonna leave I know some cruddy street
I think
niggas.
everybody kind of like.
I know some street niggas
But I know cruddy corporate motherfuckers too.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
That's
I'm
It's
a lot of
comparing
them.
You right.
in general. It's hit or
think
miss.
it's just
But
But I'm
let's
just
be
saying,
careful.
on all
Let's be
sides.
careful because when we talk about our culture, right?
Yeah.
Let's not. I don't want to say the streets and our culture and make that
shit is-
synonymous because
Right.
that's a little.
That's
you know,
all we think there is.
It's more than
So
like
much
that.
more, man. Streets. What Troy has? Streets is a myth.
I agree with that actually.
I actually do too.
Now it's real shit going on in the street, but like as far as like these codes and rules that everybody swear they got, that's a myth.
Shit's not there.
I would say it's a myth. I would say
it's less and less
depending
people
on the
following them
time.
these days.
Exactly. Yes, I think that
They
like
existed.
depending on the time.
2020, they're a lot more
existed.
diluted.
Right,
Nothing new.
exactly.
It's nothing
but
new.
however, I wouldn't say it's a myth. I would definitely say time-wise, it depends on the time.
Man, this shit
And-
ain't nothing new.
We talking about right now. Right now, that
Yeah,
shit's
right
a myth.
now.
Oh yeah, but it's been a myth
just-
through time. This shit.
So
don't get
I,
you
no,
nowhere
to
with
be
the
honest,
same place.
I think the social media era killed most street codes because not now like the
People
younger
are
generation
videotaping
they
deaths.
videotape all of their crimes
Shootings,
or they rap about it.
jumpers,
They put their crimes in the music. They do crimes for clout versus back then
Yeah, back then you
It-
did crime to make money to
Yeah.
get legit.
because it was
or
no.
to prove a point, or to protect.
It was because it was no going viral back then. You could like
Yeah.
the streets could talk. That was the closest thing you can get to going viral. You can go to another neighborhood
I don't think
and
nobody,
be respected.
I don't think nobody really making money in the streets is worrying about social media.
They not. They would rather not be on social media.
Well, the streets,
So-
the
so
street
what
money
we
has
seeing-
dried up a
well-
lot, so that's what people
I
gotta.
mean,
But what we're seeing on social media is just little niggas looking for attention. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not nobody out there trying to get no money.
that's
But-
not real street life.
with the bullet shot. He couldn't wait to use that shit. Hey yo, we got some new toys in here, okay? We got some new toys. But I would say
That's
this
all
though,
the
the game has changed, but this what I realized about the youngins. That what we don't understand, they're making money from the clout. So it ain't they still out here trying to make money. It's just we don't understand it because acting a fool or committing crimes online would have never got us money or on video.
Yeah.
It just would have got us locked up. They are making money off of doing that stuff.
And some of them are getting locked up now. Some of them are getting locked up. The police are using social media as like a way to find these people and
Nah, they
lock them
definitely
up.
are. Let's put a wrap on this Gayle King and Oprah situation. I think for me the most telling thing, and that a lot of people are sharing as well, is that they have not commented on any of their white colleagues who have been accused of multiple
To this day.
Yeah.
They have not done.
multiple
Did you see Weinstein just came out this morning and said, yeah, Oprah just called me last week,
Yeah.
said she supported me.
And her
Hold on.
spiritual healer or something.
y'all fucking
Oh,
out my
sorry.
Umar
Sorry.
moment.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
Multiple
You got the same medallion
multiple
on.
no. I'm not the
He got
Prince
that
of
shit
Pan
from his
Africanism.
fucking website.
Prince of Pan Pizza.
Personal pain. It's not even for the masses. He's a
But
king
anyway,
of the personal pain.
I would say, damn, y'all made me forget. I was
Look,
saying, I
see?
fucked up. So, what I was saying, yeah. So, the nail in the coffin on the most damning thing to me was their colleagues who've been accused of multiple sexual assaults. There has been no interviews, no exposés, not even a public condemnation. And when Oprah was asked, She was like, I'm trying to find the silver lining in the situation.
But there is no silver.
There is no silver lining.
It's always a silver lining.
Yeah, Oprah. You talking about that statement that Oprah made to Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had it. She made.
Hey, y'all go look that up.
She made this long statement, basically saying, "I'm looking for the words to find the magnitude to respond to the situation," or some shit like that.
It was the most tap dancing shit I've ever seen. It was like dun, 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 dun.
That's why I love the era we in. Like, you can see all of these people for who they are at this point. Like, all of these old niggas are all their skirts are getting pulled up, man.
So Maria, what do you think? Just to wrap this up.
Honestly, like, I feel like Oprah and Gayle, they are some funky fake dog head bitches. It's like, nah. No, but like, I definitely agree. Like, how you going? I just feel like if you gonna do that to your own people, you need to do that to your counterparts. But I think that it's more so where they're scared to do that because they are the ones that's funding what it is that they do. So
let them go down with they ship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So. Dan, what you think?
To be honest,
Dan just came back with us. He was somewhere else for a second.
Thin Mints. I just,
Lucas.
It appeared his soul had left his body and it snapped back just now.
Hey, look,
so
when you call my name, I am present. I am whole.
This nigga crazy.
I cannot.
That's what I think.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. Okay.
Trip.
All right.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Gayle got what she got. She got what she deserved. Let's make sure all these motherfuckers get what they deserve. Damn. The backlash. So look, let's talk about the undisputed heavyweight orange man of the world right now.
Ding, 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 ding.
Donald J. Trump.
President Trump
Ding, ding,
acquitted.
ding, ding, ding.
He's a fucking legend.
Acquitted from his impeachment last week. How do y'all feel about that?
Hey, listen. I forgot who the fuck was in here last week. The lady from
It was definitely us.
No. The lady from Al Jazeera. She was coming here.
Yeah.
She was talking about y'all should be involved in Trump. And I said, listen. I said, y'all are about to make Trump a legend. And she was like, what do you mean by that? She's such a liberal. She has so much hope. I said, listen. Have you not talked to anybody that supports Trump? She was like, why would I want to talk to those assholes? I said, listen. Them motherfuckers are fired up.
Yeah.
I said the last thing you want to do is send Trump to the Senate just to get him acquitted and make him a legend to his base.
Yeah.
I said the stupidest thing to do was try to impeach him now because the fucking Republicans in the Senate are not going to push it. And she looked at me with such anger, but I was like, it's not that I'm a Trump supporter.
But you speaking fast.
But I'm telling you what I see, and I'm seeing if you send him here and he gets acquitted, his base is going to fucking
strategically. It didn't make sense.
The Democrats don't have a clue.
Yo.
Well, I think
he's going to. He's already got reelected.
I think what happened was, if I could put my 2 cents on this, Trump went so hard with that Ukraine shit. Like, he went so hard.
He mustard them niggas, man.
That.
I respect it.
Yeah, that when the election came back around, they could be able to hold that over the Democrats' head, like, hey, bruh, this nigga really said, look, we're not sending you nothing until you
look at Biden shit.
They like, no, you don't understand. We need you to find something, right? And that shit, he went so hard with that. It's like they were stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Because if they let that roll, it's like, that's literally high crimes and misdemeanors. You withheld foreign aid to investigate your political rival. You can't really get no more corrupt than that. So if they had to let that slide, it's like, well, damn, y'all don't really give a fuck either. So they had, but then they was like, at the other end, it's like, we don't have enough votes to convict them. So they was basically stuck. But I think because he went so hard, they had to do something.
Going hard is an understatement. This man,
the guy is untouchable at this point.
He really is.
I mean, the
He's
only
Nicky Barnes
person
out this
He's Ghost for real.
He's
All
Nicky
this
Barnes,
shit,
man.
no. Trump is Ghost for real.
The only person who can solve this Trump situation is Hillary Clinton.
thought you was gonna say Angela Valdez.
And I don't mean Hillary Clinton running for president. I mean Hillary Clinton doing what Hillary Clinton do best.
Off motherfuckers. Yeah. But listen,
that's the only way to get this dude.
all Trump,
Trip Jones is coming up.
all Trump is doing, all he's doing, and all he's done is he has said, first of all, he's a motherfucking billionaire, all right? And he has middle class, lower class, white America.
And rich Americans.
All on championing him. And when you understand why is that? He's, all right, you look at society now.
He gave away a lot of money to the rich motherfuckers.
Yeah, but you got to be careful with everything you say now and everything you do now, especially as a white man. They feel like they're being oppressed because they can't say that bullshit.
He just says it.
He just says it. And he don't need their money to tell him he got to be politically correct. So for them, they're like, I don't give a fuck if he don't got nothing to do with me. He's saying exactly what I want to say.
And look how easy he's got it, right? Look at the people who he has to run against, right? Who all of his potential
they're not gonna win.
Opponents, he can clearly prove that they're racist too. Like he just put out a tweet today about Bloomberg, right?
And he puts out tweets.
Yo,
that's what's even
he put out a tweet with Bloomberg saying basically like, put all the police in the black and Hispanic neighborhoods because that's where all the crime is.
Niggas commit all the crime.
Carr posted the tweet. His title was "Wow, that's really racist."
Right.
Like you can't.
He's the biggest troll of them all. In the State of the Union, he just kept pointing out black issues, and he got niggas standing up like
Nancy Pelosi almost had a heart attack.
Yes.
Dog.
She did.
I'm not like people will look at this and be like, "Oh, you guys support Trump."
We don't support.
No,
we don't support
no.
none of these. We don't support none of these.
I think
jokers.
it's crazy how much emotion people put into this shit. Like it doesn't mean anything.
But if people read, they would put emotion behind these Democrats that are running are racist.
Oh.
Their policies are on file.
The best thing
they are racist.
The best thing we could do at this point is sit back and
just let the Democrats fall on their face.
Sit back and build like we've already begun to build and watch
Lucas.
everything.
I'm gonna reiterate. I think we need a third party. We should support
Man,
Green
fuck
Party
a third
candidate.
party.
No,
You have
so
hope still.
no. I mean,
Obama gave you hope.
no. How are we going to like? We need to find a corner to retreat
We're in
to
Babylon
and
and it's
regroup.
falling.
So if we can regroup in another party,
Here's where you're wrong.
We're in Babylon and it's falling.
A lot of people make this mistake, right?
yeah.
See, we have too much stock within the Democratic Party. We built that party to where it is today. So I don't even think we should abandon the party, but I think that we should make them feel the pain. They cannot do anything without our vote. They cannot.
That's true.
They cannot do it. So I just say the hell with them. Don't vote for none of them. And let them feel it. And let them see how far they get with transgenders and illegal immigrants who can't even vote. Let's let them see how far they get. And when they come crawling back, it's reparations or, hey,
They ain't gonna come crawling
Mitch
back.
McConnell will be the next president in 2024.
So that's what I'm saying. I think you have more faith that the Democratic Party can be reformed. I don't think it can be reformed. I just think I know where our leverage is. I think it's so rotten to its core that
it's America. It's all right.
For me, you need to start
food in America.
You need to start a whole new party with new morals, new agenda. Because to me, if you're a true progressive, you shouldn't even be in the Democratic Party.
You're a true progressive.
So that's my problem. Like all the true progressives I would actually really vote for, they went green. So and it doesn't
What does the
necessarily
Green
have
Party
to
offer? Specifically the black community, what they offer is because that's
so
all I'm interested in.
honestly, it depends who was running that the year to year, right?
Because like when you talk about giving away all this stuff to people, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't benefit us
I agree.
at all because we're already behind. So we need the boost ahead of everyone because we're the ones that's been left behind.
So for me, the Green Party was talking about economic justice, talking about racial justice, talking about environmental justice, all of the things that really
Environmental justice.
So environmental justice is so important to us, even as in the black
Tree
community,
huggers.
because this is one thing that we fail to realize. One of the things
It's
that
important in
took
the black
away.
community?
Stop killing trees now.
No, absolutely.
Subscribe to our newsletter.
So no, I'm gonna tell
We
you
were killing
one
trees.
thing. One thing that black people overlooked.
We don't
right?
live in environmental areas. We live in urban areas.
So that You're about to go right to what I'm getting into, right? So one of the things that destabilized the black community, when they built the freeway system, they built the freeway system through thriving black communities. And what that caused, when you got, even before they took the lead out of the gasoline, right? All of the communities that they built the freeway systems through were black communities, and all those communities experienced super elevated levels of cancer, like all of these things because of the lead from the gasoline. And these companies are extremely smart. They know that if I'm building highways and byways, I'm gonna run it through this black community because they're gonna experience the biggest environmental catastrophes. If you look at Texas was a great example. I lived in Houston, Texas for 6 years. I knew people in Beaumont. I knew people in Port Arthur.
Okay, Umar,
right. One of the things they did, they put.
I was on the helicopter.
They put urban neighborhood next to. They build them next to chemical plants. They build them next to electrical situations. If you ever look at how they situate these environmentally impactful things, they put them in urban communities. No, it's purposely done.
Could it possibly be, and I'm just hypothetically speaking,
okay,
being devil's advocate, could it possibly be because when we migrated to urban areas, we're in cities where most of the business and happenings happen. So if I have a metropolitan area where most of the business is at, or most of downtown is, why would I not put a freeway around those systems? Now, we are
freeway through a neighborhood and a downtown thing are two different things.
Hold on. We are naturally people of nature. So No, listen to me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Follow me.
It's an expensive microphone. I don't mean to spit scotch all over it.
Spit in the mic. We migrated from.
Don't look at him. Just don't look at him.
No.
Let him finish.
We migrated from places because of oppression, of course, and we migrated to urban environments. But those urban environments that we made metropolitan areas of thriving businesses, you have to have major roads around the places.
True.
So hold on.
To piggyback off Dan and also agree with you,
why would I put a metropolitan?
Why
would I put a highway around a rural area?
But the highway bypasses the neighborhood, right?
I think he's saying that within the city, you have rich neighborhoods, you have poor neighborhoods, you have white neighborhoods, you have black neighborhoods.
On the other
Just
side
so
of the
happens
train
all the highways are running straight through the black neighborhoods.
So when you talk about an overpass or a bypass, right? So if they do an overpass where your shit is, you don't experience the economic benefit because people are passing you by. But you experience the environmental impact because that's what all the fucking cars are going through. And the smog and the toxic, you're getting all of that shit. So it's not about when we moved into an urban center. No, they purposely built
through our shit.
Yeah, throughways.
Right.
But that again, that goes to the fact that we are economically destitute.
Yes.
So, if no political party is talking about making us whole as Americans, as we should be made whole, then none of them.
But that's why I was fucking with the Green Party, because they had an actual environmental, criminal, and racial justice platform.
So how was
so when I'm talking about things for Black Americans, like, number one, I think it's insulting to start the conversation off with criminal justice. I think that's insulting. Okay, because the only reason why blacks get involved in criminal activity is because we were robbed of our
economic earning power.
Right, we were robbed of that. So to start the conversation off, when you have plenty of Black Americans who aren't criminals with criminal justice, that's a slap in the face. Like, that's just like saying, okay, we got you. You're criminals. We got this coming out. No. We want our problem dealt with as a whole.
No, that's honestly a backhanded underway of framing the argument that mainstream media does all the time. These candidates do it all the time.
Oh, we said something about criminal justice. I didn't ask you about criminal justice.
Right.
Talk to Jay-Z about criminal justice.
But that's
no.
I don't care about criminal justice.
But that thing, that piece there.
You don't care about it at all?
It's not that I don't care about it at all, but like when it comes to what we need as a people, criminal justice is not.
It's not it.
So we're most affected by criminal justice.
But you can fix criminal justice all day, but we're going to be criminals if we don't have any economic influence.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So you're going to be a criminal.
So hold on, it's a crime that we don't tackle economics at all, but criminal justice is a major factor in.
But I would say no. We gotta. I can break this down in an analogy, right? It's like having the flu, right? The flu is we have the economic flu. If we don't have access to wealth, we don't have access to capital, we don't have access to even equal education.
That's why we end up in jail.
Equal education, right? That's the flu. All of these other things are symptoms of that. Criminal justice is a symptom of the economic flu because guess what? If you got 10 able-bodied black men, they smart, they strong, and they're ready to feed their family, but it's only 5 economic opportunities for them. No matter how smart they are, no matter how well they do.
I would even say 2.
2
out of 10.
2. Yeah, 5 was generous. Actually pretty generous. So they only have that many options. You're gonna feed yourself. You're gonna feed your family.
The 2 that get the options are okay.
Yeah.
Not even good. They're okay. They're paycheck to paycheck. And the other 8 are just robbing each other.
It's no secret that the biggest economic they say drug dealers, I say economic entrepreneurs of all time were young black men in their 20s making millions of dollars. So you saying if this person didn't have access to Merrill Lynch, to access to college, access to economic opportunities, they couldn't be economists, they couldn't be legit business owners. They could be these things, but they had to take advantage with their brain power, their smarts. If you could build a multi-million-dollar street operation, you can run a Fortune 500 company, right? If you look at the Jamie Dimons of the world, these motherfuckers is criminals too. They just have the complexion for protection in terms of how they run their operations. They've all been proven to be criminals. They've been fined, they've been sanctioned, they've had people go to jail. Damn, we was on Trump. Trump had at least 20 people around him go to jail this year.
Look at the family that he comes from.
Real quick, y'all, real quick. Anybody all 10 of you guys watching today, like to let you guys know, please share this video if you're watching it live right now. If you want to get in on the discussion, the phone number is 202-852-3508. That's 202-852-3508. Daniel, what were you saying?
Please call.
What I was saying was, when we was talking about they're all criminals, I mean, Trump's grandfather ran brothels. Look at John F. Kennedy's father.
Hey, Barack Obama's great-great-grandfather was a slave owner.
Hey, look at goddamn Clinton's.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're all criminals. Look at the fucking Bushes. Like, the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
What are we talking about? So, there's always an underground and an overworld. Underground and an overworld.
He like, I did that one.
Damn. Sometimes I shock myself. Bitch, you in the overworld. I'm in the underground.
Oh man. I think it's time that we can transition to the next topic on that one. Let's throw that Jesse Smollett thing in real quick. This when keeping it real goes wrong.
Real bad.
Real?
Where's the
real or fake?
No, he was keeping it real fake.
This is when keeping it fake. Keeping it fake gets real.
No, this when you tried to bring empire to the streets.
Oh, hold up. Can we get one time for Jesse? One time for Jesse.
Fairy dust.
Right? Yes.
Whoa, well,
he need the fairy dust.
Dan, that's very. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's not. It's so not.
That was not politically correct.
I'm personally ashamed of all of you.
Oh well, I'm used to people being ashamed of me.
Jesse Smollett is back in the news. Chicago will not let this situation die. They have brought out a special prosecutor.
Leave Juicy alone.
A special prosecutor to charge him with 6 new charges, including giving false statements to the police, wasting county resources.
You know what'll be interesting? I want to see if the white LGBT community actually backs this dude.
Yes.
And I guarantee you they're going to let this motherfucker go to jail.
Why would they back him though?
I'm just saying. Why would they back him? Because that's their front man.
Perfect though. That's their front man?
He went out on a limb. He went out on a limb for the political
First he made it was a hate crime. right?
Nah, they
said it was a
I feel
black
like they've been.
No,
said it was
he
for a
was gay
black-
because he was going to Subway.
They been took like 10 steps back from him.
What I'm
Everybody
saying is, if he was white, they would be riding for him, for sure.
But we are where we are.
I agree with you. On
I just want this to be a lesson to any, of our brothers and sisters who classify themselves as gay or lesbian. These are the things that you need to watch out for, because you out here and you got all these rainbow stuff on, and you marching with these people that you think are with you, and they not with you.
That's true.
They're gonna let you. You're gonna put yourself out here on the line for this political movement, and they're gonna gonna let you drown. They're gonna let you drown.
So you saying they should identify as who they are first?
You're black, and whatever
so
you do,
if-
whatever you do behind closed doors is your business. But like,
these organizations should be black centered. Like you should not be involving yourself in these national movements, like when they was wearing the pink hats and all that. So you gotta look at the writing on the wall, as they say, or read the tea leaves. You ride for them, but they don't ride for you.
I never heard of that one. Read the tea leaves.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't heard that?
No,
Y'all don't read it now.
I guess we don't.
Maybe not.
Gotta read the tea leaves.
Maybe not.
I guess we don't read Essence magazine or whatever the hell you read.
You can tell you got an Essence magazine in the house. I've never read Essence magazine.
Oh, we got to get on this this Mayor Bowser situation.
Hold on. Is Jesse Smollett innocent or guilty? What do y'all think?
Yay.
He's guilty, but I mean, I wish the brother the best.
Yeah.
He need to claim like PTSD or something. I don't know.
Where's he have PTSD from?
Too many Subway sandwiches.
Too many footlongs.
Wait, not too many Subway sandwiches. I cannot with you
He
right
said
now.
he was on his way to Subway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that one
Too
alone.
many Subway sandwiches. I'm leaving it alone.
many Subway
because
sandwiches.
I cannot go.
I mean, it was cold as hell that night.
it was, and he had to
He
get
was
him
out
a
there
Subway
for cold
sandwich.
It was literally
Like 30.
negative 10 degrees.
And he had to get him a Subway sandwich.
And then, he
He got more than he bargained for out there.
and he almost got lynched by the bravest rednecks in the history of redneck.
In Chicago.
Boy, he should have had somebody else
Was
write
it
that
Southside
script.
Chicago?
My man
Wait a
said
minute, was it Southside Chicago?
They had Making America Great Again hats on.
Make
in
America Great
Chicago.
Again hat.
And
And
2
they were
o'clock in the
red,
morning
too.
just walking around, man.
2 a.m. just walking at Subway. Like, hey,
That's
Whoop,
what happens
whoop.
sometimes, I guess.
hey.
Yeah, Jesse's definitely. I'll tell you this. You know what? I won't say the man's guilty. You know what? That's a brother at the end of the day. So I wish the man the best. I hope he lawyers up, and I hope he makes it out.
I hope his lawyer is better than the script writer.
Yeah.
That's true.
Lee Daniels wrote
He's
that
like,
script.
now Jesse.
I think we were just so embarrassed when Jesse came out with that. I was just so embarrassed, man.
You was
I
embarrassed?
think everybody was
Hell
embarrassed.
yeah.
I was like, look at this dude, man. What is he doing?
Right. And
He had
then
all
like
he had
how
all
he
these-
said it, like his whole like demeanor, how he was saying it, like his facial expressions.
it's-
I was just like
When he
It's
said he
shit
was
like
gonna be
that.
I was done when he
It's-
said he was gonna be the gay Tupac. It was over.
It's shit
Yeah.
like that ignites Trump's base.
Yeah.
Cause you're trying to play this fucking role, and they're like, I knew that fucking goddamn
Gay Tupac.
lying. And that's what happens.
yeah.
So now all they're doing is making a legend out of this orange face Skittle.
Yeah.
They're making him a legend.
That's a fact.
All right, so what else is on the on top? Did we talk about impeachment, or we kind of
did.
maneuvered through
I
it?
think people have gotten by now that we really don't give two shits about politics.
I mean,
We have
I
to
give a
talk
shit
about
about
Well,
politics.
y'all
I
speak
just-
for yourself. I
I don't
care
give a
about
shit about
politics.
voting for any
I
of the
really
people
don't.
in the race right now. But
I believe we could take care. I believe politics are not what's going to save us. I believe we're here to save ourselves.
I think it's a little mixture of everything.
I think
I
we
think
need-
politics has progressed the black struggle
I think we need to
throughout
get a little
throughout
bit-
the last 400 years.
I-
Now,
I-
being politically organized in the correct way,
I believe-
move shit forward. I don't think we are at this point.
I believe grassroots movements have moved us forward.
Still
And
politics.
I think grassroots is not politics.
not.
Most of the
Is it
time,
not?
most of the time, politics kill grassroots movements. Most of the times, people that begin grassroots
Politics kill weak grassroots movements.
But I'm just saying, politics has never been.
So I think this is a good segue to the Malcolm X documentary, because Malcolm X was heavily involved in politics. One of the things that honestly got him killed is he was politically organizing throughout the world,
What
dealing with
politics
it.
was he involved? When I'm saying
going
politics,
to the United
I'm talking
Nations.
about the political system of the United States of America.
The United States political system is technically the world's political system because we're the most dominant
Who did
country
Malcolm X
on earth.
endorse that was running for anything in any government
So
office?
Malcolm X was meeting with world leaders on behalf of a
We're
sovereign.
talking about
So are you gonna keep
political
cutting me off?
systems.
You gonna look? So
I think he's talking about within the U.S. though. What U.S.
I'm
politician
talking about within
did
the
Malcolm
U.S.
X?
so he didn't.
grassroots.
So you don't have to endorse a U.S. politician to do politics or behalf of U.S. entity like the Nation of Islam. The Black Nation of Islam was a U.S. based entity.
I think
that was a
you-
powerful
I
movement.
think
And
you
once he started going overseas to network with other world leaders, he was trying to condemn the U.S. on the international stage, which brought him much more attention to things that he was doing domestically.
When I say
But ultimately,
political,
that does nothing, though.
When I say political,
but I'm just saying, as a segue, that was somebody who got into
Nah, he did not
got
get
into
into
politics. So
When
what
you're
is that?
talking-
If you meet with other world
When
leaders,
you're talking political, and I'm talking about, we were specifically talking about grassroots movements within our communities versus a political system. Malcolm X was more of a grassroots movement at the time. Martin Luther King, though, who was meeting with governors, presidents, senators, was more political.
But
And it's nothing wrong with either side.
but I'll say this though, you just proved your own point wrong because
How?
as
How
much
so?
as I disagree with a lot of things Martin Luther King did,
I'm not saying it was wrong.
his political, the way he did his politics, he actually got shit done.
Yes. So again,
Then the baby boomers came along and just ruined it all.
and honestly,
I hate the baby boomers.
I don't hate him. I'm just highly disappointed.
Ultimately, his economic policy is what got him killed. When he started talking about the Poor People's Campaign and we coming for the check.
I mean, but Malcolm X was political too.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ballad of the Bullet was a classic speech where he basically
that was pretty
he basically put it down like
That was.
use your vote wisely.
That was.
So I mean, to say he wasn't political, he was very adamant about using your vote wisely, which is what a lot of us don't do. We're emotional with it.
I don't think in the Ballad of the Bullet he was telling anyone to vote.
I think you need to re-listen to that speech.
The name of the speech was Ballot or Bullet.
Exactly.
So it had
he
to be
didn't tell
related.
anybody to go out and shoot anybody either.
Go back and listen to it.
I listened to that speech at least 100 times in my life. And what I got out of that speech is that Malcolm X was basically saying, none of these people are your friends. So we need to get our block together and back the ones who only are specifically ready to do business with us. Because it's not about friends. It's not about being friends with any of these people. It's about business.
So
what are you going to do to get our voting block? It's business. It's not about, do you like me? Do you like black women? Nobody cares about that shit.
about hot sauce in your bag and all that.
Right? What's the business here?
Exactly. Because that starts with getting a grassroots
But that's politics.
organization together.
That's politics.
It's all politics.
I'm just saying that's politics. Like,
Because to be frank, a lot of the politicians behind closed doors, they don't rock with LGBT movements. They don't rock with.
They don't rock with nothing.
They don't rock with.
They respond to the money.
Yeah. So, but
Or
they
the power.
Yeah, but they understand these groups have organized extremely strong voting blocks that can sway their ability to be elected or not. So they have to care. So it ain't about. I think I can agree with you. I think black people get caught up in feelings with this shit too much. Like, I don't gotta like some of these people as long as your agenda matches my agenda. Like, half them dudes don't like Trump. They
none
think
of the
Trump is-
Republicans like Trump. They don't have a choice.
They don't.
Because they don't have a choice because Trump has captured the hearts and minds of those people.
They fucking love
So
that.
if you go against Trump, you will not be a senator.
Yeah. So look,
You will not be voted
They
against.
really want to go against him.
Nah, but see, that's their chickens coming home to roost to, quote Malcolm X, because they've been pandering and playing to that racist right wing with the little slight dog whistles for the last 20 years. And now when somebody comes straight out with it, like, nah, this ain't no whistle. I'm saying there's good people over here. There's fine people. You You find racist crackers over here. Come with me. I'm going to take you to the White House. And he's done it. And it's nothing they can do about it. Paul Ryan tried. He ended up having to retire. Who else tried? All of them dudes in the primaries, they tried. Trump was smacking them down like WWE. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they all were talking about how dumb he was, and then when he took him.
Back to Malcolm, though.
How do
y'all feel about it? The documentary.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
I'm watching it this weekend.
Whew.
You haven't binged yet.
No, not yet, guys.
Well, who has saw it? You saw it, right?
Yeah, I watched it.
I mean, honestly, like, I thought it was great. I mean, I think what people really need to do, though, because I saw a lot of people's comments on the documentary. I don't think they really watched it as closely as they should have. Because if all you got out of the documentary was the Nation of Islam killed Malcolm X, you're totally just
then that means that they don't know the history behind Malcolm X. That means that they haven't read the Malcolm X book. That means that they haven't read like a lot of things on Malcolm X outside of the movie with Denzel Washington.
Or it means that they didn't pay attention to the documentary.
Yeah, the documentary. I mean, you can kind of see they was alluding to things. They was saying things without saying it, like how heavy the CIA had infiltrated.
Dude, there were 9 FBI agents
in the top level
in the Audubon ballroom.
Yeah. At the time,
the goddamn dude that gave him out the mouth was a cop.
Yeah, the guy, the head of Malcolm X's security was an NYPD Special Forces undercover police officer.
So if you could see that how far
Gene Roberts.
If you could see how far they could be infiltrated, then you already know. Because if they was infiltrated that far, even if there was bickering on the inside, all they have to do is just instigate the shit. Oh, he said this. Oh yeah, my man. It's no different for what the United States does now. The United States goes to other countries.
Same thing.
Other countries. Yeah, you're right. They go to other countries, pay opposition to fight the leaders that they don't want in power anymore. So you can easily infiltrate an organization, get the right people in place to just whisper shit in other people's ears. It's the oldest trick in the book. They've been doing this shit forever.
The guy William Bradley or William X.
Yeah.
I think that he was an agent from the jump. He joined the mosque in Newark, mosque number 25. He went through the ranks, and he did what he was paid to ultimately do, which was kill Malcolm X, and he did it.
Yeah, man, because remember the recording when they came to Malcolm's house, and remember they didn't know they was recorded, and they was like, well, some things can go away from money can make things go away, knowing he was broke at the time. You say that to the right person,
and they'll take it.
They're gonna take that money.
They're gonna take that bread, and which goes back to
Malcolm said, "I can't be bought."
One of our original points, man. If you can hold the people in an economically destitute space, you can get a lot of things to happen. You can put them in projects. You can engineer crime and poverty. It's a thing.
I'll tell you one thing that's interesting that I think people need to pay attention to when you talk about the Nation of Islam and Malcolm X, right? One thing that people really need to realize is that this is unpopular. I love Malcolm X, but also I do respect the hell out of Elijah Muhammad. I don't think it's fair to call the Nation of Islam crazy for not fucking with Malcolm X. I don't think that's fair.
At the time.
Because, I mean,
they had their own agenda.
I mean, no, ultimately, like, Malcolm X didn't do what he was told to do.
Right.
Elijah Muhammad said, don't say shit about John F. Kennedy. He said it anyway.
Right.
So he silenced them. Now you running to CBS and you telling about every little bro that done hit to CBS.
Right.
That's...
I listened to... I listened to something that Minister Farrakhan said one time, and I thought it was real interesting. He said that at one point when Malcolm and Martin were having their tiff, it was a reporter that asked Malcolm something about Martin, and Malcolm said what he said, and whoever was in there, probably another agent, went and called Coretta Scott King and immediately told Coretta, because Martin wasn't there, what Malcolm said. So, it gets relayed to Martin, so it causes a problem. So Farrakhan said that Elijah Muhammad called in Malcolm and said, no matter what, how you feel about that person with his personal business, how he handles his movement, or how any other brother handles what they're doing, you don't publicly out them. And that, so if he told Malcolm that, and then Malcolm turned around and did the same thing to him, and I respect Malcolm. Like, anybody that knows me knows how much I respect Malcolm.
I mean, nobody's perfect.
No one's perfect, but at the end of the day, sometimes the movement is bigger than yourself.
Right.
And I think,
that's the mistake that Malcolm made.
And I think but I think he realized that it was a mistake, and I think it was kind of, and I think what happened is he realized it was a mistake, and then once he started trying to connect with everybody else, going to other countries and connecting with King and them, it was too much. And they had to off him. They had to off him because that was going to be what was going to connect both movements.
If he'd have stayed in the nation, they wouldn't have touched him.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have touched him.
But when he left the nation and started galvanizing the people and going to other countries and showing the hypocrisy of this nation, that he became too powerful. He became bigger than the nation.
The wild part about
so that's why I don't think the nation did it. He became bigger than the nation.
The wild part about it is we don't, like, black people, we're so powerful. Like, in the midst of what they're doing, they're moving, they're living life just like we're living life. They're making snap decisions, they're making some mistakes, but they're moving forward. These dudes are in their 20s. Like, how old was King when he got killed?
38.
Was he 38?
I don't even think he was that old.
I don't think
He's
he's
38
was
years
that
old.
old.
He's my age. He's 38 years old.
That's still pretty
Are
young.
you sure?
Malcolm was 36, I believe.
So in the
Malcolm may have been older than 36.
So in the midst of these guys making these moves, these are young black men in young movements that, like, their followers are 20s, 29, 30 years old. So when we really put in the context, the government understood how much more powerful they could become even before some of the actual historical figures understood what their trajectory was. Like, the FBI was like, man, these might be the black messiah that, like, lift the whole black nation out of their circumstance. And I think if we reflect on some of those things, sometimes we get caught up in a lot of the nuances that, man, these people pushed us so far forward. The government went through that length to, you had to put 9 people in the organization just to try to stop this person. And technically, you really still didn't stop him because you had to kill him ultimately. That's like the last stopgap. Like,
every Christ,
I tried everything
every
else,
Christ
and I
that
gotta kill
gets
you.
killed ends up rising in his death.
So I'm gonna just interject. Malcolm was 39 and Martin was 51 when they died.
Martin Luther King was not
That's
51.
He wasn't 51.
Dog.
He was not
That's
51.
what Wikipedia
Please,
said, okay?
please get off of Wikipedia.
That's what Wikipedia said, okay?
You on
And I didn't think
Twinkipedia,
that he
that's
was
not-
like, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
Martin wasn't no
personally
51
didn't believe
years
that he was.
old.
I think he was like in his
39. We got Skylar's back there. What's up, Skylar? Martin was 39.
Okay.
Martin was 39.
Okay.
38, 39, something.
Wikipedia need to get their facts straight.
He was 51. Damn.
I mean, that's
So
what
yeah, I
they
mean,
said.
like, people just need to realize, like, there's two sides to that story, and as much as I love Malcolm X, you have to respect what Elijah Muhammad accomplished.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He built that organization, and it's still
standing.
$1 billion
Yeah.
fucking organization as it stands today under Louis Farrakhan.
They have,
Shout out to the Nation of Islam.
they have my utmost respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they turn out good people.
Yeah.
Day after day, they turn out good people.
That
So,
they get.
Why haven't they
from-
turned out this J Electronica album yet?
I'm not even.
Sound fuck with.
I used to, I was the biggest J Electronica fan back in 2007 and 8.
Sometimes you just realize that he's not gonna put nothing
But then it's just like, man, come on, bro. It's 2020. Bro.
The NOI didn't put the album out yet. I was just fucking around. But nah, shout out to the Nation of Islam.
Absolutely.
They holding that shit.
They holding up the album.
He could be talking about 9/11 on that joint.
Cannot.
No, he said the new album is done. Shout out to J
Yeah, he
Electronica.
said Jay-Z's on there, so should be great.
What's,
Should be great.
what's your beef with Jay-Z?
Honestly, I have no beef with Jay-Z. I want to clear something up from last week too. My only gripe with this man was the fact that he's trying to use our struggle in his business endeavors, which I think is really foul. Just get your money, bro.
Right.
get
Don't
your
use
money.
us as a stepping stone to get
I'm not mad at you for making money, bro. The NFL is tossing out millions of dollars. Get your money.
Hennessy is the new brand. Is the new what? Spirits? With
Yeah, Hennessy. Shout out to Hennessy. They are the official spirits of the NBA.
Oh.
Actually,
Go figure.
that's
Where the niggas like to play sports at? Hennessy said we did. Hennessy said we
Anyway.
did. God,
I think we could transition to the next topic on that
That's
one.
what the fuck happened.
All right.
I don't like the truth.
So the last current event of the week, we're gonna talk about this Mayor Bowser situation. Video surfaced of a crazy murder on 3rd Street Southeast the other day.
Shout out to 3rd Street.
No, I don't want to give a shout out to 3rd Street. That was crazy.
Well, shout out to the non-killers on
They
3rd
had,
Street.
like,
I'm staying away from 3rd Street.
Rifles.
We ain't too far from 3rd Street right now.
We
right
are.
around the corner.
We're a little ways.
Pretty far.
Yeah.
You gotta go
We're
across the
far.
bridge
Yep, and up and
west.
over and down. Yeah.
But
It's a little
anyway,
ways.
yeah, man. So there was kids outside, and like these guys hopped out of a car. It's all on video. Hopped out the car, shot the guy. He was down. Then ran up over top of him and just gave the man that work.
That shit was sad.
What's the board sound?
But no, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, 'cause that's
I just wanted to see if he was gonna do it. I was fucked up.
I actually know. I know the guy who got killed. I know his uncle. So I wouldn't do that.
My condolences.
But so the mayor was doing something about DC statehood, and an annoying reporter from Fox 5 rolled up on her like, "Hey, do you want to talk about this murder on 3rd Street?" Blah 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 blah. And a lot of people are shitting on the mayor for like not wanting to talk about it, but like I honestly don't blame the mayor.
I don't even. I fucked that punk ass reporter that brought that
Like
shit.
we talking about, we're up here talking about DC statehood, and you interrupt me like trying to like.
Stir shit up.
And trust me, this wasn't like a grassroots like member of our community that was actually concerned about the murder.
Right.
This guy was just trying to start
Pestering.
some shit.
He was pestering.
He was literally just trying to start some shit with the mayor.
And she was annoyed. And now, but everybody's
Everybody's shitting
the
on the
mayor's
mayor.
got so much backlash. They're saying she don't care. But if you're in this motherfucker, if we're talking about bringing peace to whatever, wherever we are, and then some asshole comes in, what about the murderer down fucking corner that got nothing to do with what's going on? Of course she's going to feel like that. She is.
Yeah, the press conference was about DC statehood.
Yeah.
That would
So it had
benefit
nothing to
all
do with
DC
nothing.
residents.
This
So
nigga,
But I mean, that was something that recently
I'm actually
happened.
against DC
so,
statehood, but that's a different
You know
story.
what I'm saying? I think that it was, I mean, because of the mayor's reputation and people feel like, you know, where she stands with certain stuff, I kind of necessarily feel like it was necessary for him to bring it up and ask the question. He told her peoples, they knew. So for her to kind of just like brush it off and like, no, call like, you know, DC Metropolitan Police Department. Like,
I mean, what was she supposed to say?
she's
Just
not.
how she
She's
felt
not the.
about it.
She's not the police chief.
she's not.
That's
She's
that's
not.
if they question the police chief in the press conference, he said he didn't want to talk about it. I would feel a certain type of way.
Right, this is-
but
She's like, yo, I didn't even see the video.
Like,
I'm sorry, I
there's
didn't
a
see the
video,
video.
mayor.
I just feel like her body language and everything and her reaction towards it was a bit kind of just like as if she didn't care. It's one thing to, you know, say, hey, you know, I totally feel for, you know, the family, this, that, and the third, but you need to contact whatever. But the fact that as soon as he said it, she was just immediately like, no, I don't want, what, it was.
Because it didn't have nothing to do. You know
Look,
what
I
you
tell
know
you
why
this.
I respected it? Look, when that motherfucking senator stood up to our former president and said, "You lie," that motherfucking he just sat there like this. So this asshole comes and talking about something that don't know. First of all, rest in peace to the brother that got shot.
Absolutely.
Because I'm not condoning what happened. That shit is sick. That shit was sad to see, and it's sickening to see that you can dump on somebody that looks like you just like that and just get in your car and drive off like it's nothing. So that's first and foremost. But as far as this dude that came up on the mayor, it's not like he's somebody that's over there on 3rd Street championing change in the
Right.
community.
You know, he doesn't give a fuck. He's looking for a viral moment.
He just
No,
was looking
but-
for a viral fucking moment. Exactly.
But the stepfather of the person that got killed actually was talking to the reporter. They had a conversation and he brought it up to him. And so like he was like, you know, okay, I brought it up in and showed him like the video of her reaction. He's a former police department person.
Yeah, he's a former
And-
MPD officer,
yeah.
but he also said his first statement was,
He ain't no angel.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, he ain't no angel."
That's true.
I mean,
no, absolutely right.
which is that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have made a statement.
I wouldn't have said that either.
I wouldn't say
But
no
I mean,
angel.
I
Like,
Because that's going into a bunch of old racist tropes.
Right.
Like
I don't
you
think it was
denigrate the
going
victim.
into racist stuff because I think it was more so like how
He just
people
died.
always get
Nobody
on,
needs to know that he wasn't an
right,
angel.
I get that, but that's just like how everybody always get on TV after someone, close to them died. Oh, he was such a good person. He was this, he was that. However, you knew that he was in like something wrong. So you knew, or we knew what the outcome could be. You know what I mean? So I totally understand
Man,
why he said that. Now, granted, nobody
nobody
deserves
deserves that.
by far. I'm not saying that he deserved it. However, that's just like when you put yourself in a certain situation, right? And you know the outcome of that. You know that things can go to B.
I understand
it can go
what
to
you
Z.
And
You see what I'm
that was his
saying?
stepfather,
So,
right?
yeah.
So I think it was irresponsible for his stepfather to get on television and because he set the narrative.
And fair enough.
Because the way he said it, he was like, and this is the way I took it. No disrespect to them. I ain't surprised he got shot, but I'm surprised how they rolled up in the middle of the daytime on 3rd Street and did him like that.
Yes.
If I found that out another way, I'm
No,
sorry.
I agree
but
with
the
you
way
with
he
that.
set his energy was like, I mean, the nigga was out here, but I ain't expect him to a drive-by at like
Right.
12 in the
Right.
afternoon. So it was like, damn, he already set the narrative to where someone like Fox 5, like they're not really, they do little cute segments, but they're still Fox. They're not a real friend to our community in that way. They're looking for the salacious type of stories, the things that are gonna be clickbait and get headlines. So for that narrative, for this whole situation to be like that, because like Dan said, that reporter is not known in our community. He's not known to be any type of champion or advocate. Who no one knows him. It was some
He one of them Fox.
like
I've seen him on Fox.
yeah. So like
It's not he's not a community guy.
so for him to kind of co-opt that situation and try to press the mayor, because she was probably looking at him like, who is this motherfucker trying
what
to
does
press
that got
me?
to do with this?
But at the same time, while he was saying it, he was like trying to press her. He's probably like you're not gonna press me at my own press conference.
The mayor said exactly what she
I also
said. She
feel like
said, I would tell them people to call the authorities because someone knows who did it. And if they know who did it, please contact MPD. And then he said, well, what would you tell them? She said, I just fucking told you.
Start snitching.
We talk about it.
It was Johnny. He did it.
So let me ask you a question. In a situation like that, right? Like that is, what the fuck? That's like a situation where do you go to the authorities with information if you have it on there? Like this man jumped out of a car with a fucking rifle that shoots 223s and just blew up and just shot 3 people with a kid outside and then stood over top of one. If you know a man is out there like that, do you contact the authorities? That's what the mayor said. Do you? Norman.
Do I contact the
Do
authorities?
you contact the authorities? If you know for a fact.
Depends. I mean, if my loved one gets murdered like that or something in front of you, I will contact the authorities. Why not?
No, I'm asking because that's the thing we keep talking about.
I mean, you can't keep complaining about all this crime going on in the neighborhood, but you don't say anything to the police.
That's my point. My point is trying to get people to think.
But
like,
what if your loved one was the person that pulled the trigger? Do you still tell?
That's another good question.
You know what I mean?
No, definitely not. But
just think about it. So we kind of and again.
I thought the streets was dead. This is kind of street clothes right here. The streets is still alive.
if my cousin blows somebody's brains out, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, my cousin did it." I mean,
that's fair. That is fair.
I'm just trying to get perspective. So
the police get paid
yeah.
to do.
That's what the police get paid to do.
To figure it out.
So the police
To figure it
say.
out.
So the police say, well, what will help me figure it out is if
I don't
Cohen
know.
Cosby tells me who did it.
I don't know.
You were in the car with Cohen. Who was it?
I don't know.
First of all, I wouldn't be in the car.
Yeah, you were standing across the street at the bus stop
I don't know.
with the Malcolm X beats bandana on.
That's why they ain't gonna ask me. Oh, this nigga's gonna lie.
Right, look, they gonna automatically
He's
be
gonna
like,
lie.
oh, he's
Like, he got a
lying.
museum
Look
hat
at
on.
his-
He's definitely not going to tell me.
Yeah.
Someone gonna be like, yeah, so I saw the dude and he did this, he pulled this out, he had on a green shirt, a black cap. They
but
gonna be like, he lying.
Damn, she just made me the snitch.
I'll say though.
So-
I think
But then
Mel
you
Bowser-
get what I'm saying? Like,
Mel Bowser gets a bad rap. Only in listen. Let's go back to the Mumbo Sauce situation, right?
Oh my God.
When everybody was dogging the mayor because she said she don't know nothing about Mumbo Sauce, I respected the hell out of that statement.
Why?
everybody
Why?
got
Because
mad.
she's not. She didn't
I just wanna
pander.
know why.
You know why I respect it?
I like
you
she
know
didn't
why I respect
pander.
it? Because Mumbo Sauce, as it relates to the District of Columbia,
Yes.
is something that I'm just gonna keep it 100. A lot of these Chinese restaurants
This
were
is
serving people
This is
along with their garbage ass chicken wings.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Hey,
I-
certain places had good
And
wings.
keep
man.
it,
Look,
keep it in
I'm a
mind.
DC
Keep it in mind.
native.
Keep it in mind.
Okay.
Mayor Bowser comes up under Marion Barry.
Yep.
But Marion Barry came out and said, "Yo, don't eat at these restaurants
This is true.
because they dirty."
This is
Wasn't
true.
nobody mad at that.
Right.
All Mayor Bowser did was be like, "Look, I don't eat that shit. I don't know what it is. I respect it."
Fact.
I mean, that's
she,
fair.
she's
That's
up at
fair.
16th Street, DC.
I'm
I'm
just
gonna tell
saying.
you like this:
But
More so, you
all
mean
carryouts,
PG County.
carryouts cut off at around 14th
She
Street.
more so PG County.
Tacoma
No,
Park.
the mayor's
PG
definitely
County.
the mayor's definitely a Ward 4 citizen. She grew up in Ward 4.
Yeah.
She from there. Her
She's
parents
from- she's
live
from
there.
I don't
DC.
believe that. I don't
She's
believe
literally from DC.
Nah, she's
believe
from. So I
She's from
have
like Ridge
I
Park.
have respect for her. Like when my
100% homegrown.
when my father passed away, she made a whole, you know what I'm saying, a proclamation, you know what I'm saying, recognizing his passing. And she's been in my living room.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
she was
saying?
real close to my mom. Her and my
Ward
mom
4
was-
council
her-
person. So I would say this. For a lot of things people could say about her not being grassroots is not one of those things. Like she hang out
know
at
how to play
Tacoma
the-
Station.
she know how to play the game.
Yeah, she you know what I'm saying?
Great at it.
She's been available to the people when the people need her for certain things. So I can say that.
She's available to the people that understand what's out there.
And she can't do shit about gentrification. It's already happening.
Yeah, but
That-
but if you understand,
if y'all mad at-
understand how to flow
Yeah,
within
if y'all mad at
gentrification,
Mario
she's
for
it.
that, y'all should have been mad at Anthony Williams.
Whole time.
Absolutely.
Because that's the person who started the economic gentrification and that wave. Mario just riding the wave.
That's just-
The wave is here.
I mean, it's really nothing else you can. I mean, like, you can't fight
Yeah,
gentrification
it's
at this
not. I
point.
mean, at this point,
I mean, it
it's
sounds
already
good.
what
Down
it
or lay down.
is.
It sounds great. It sounds good and it sounds excellent, but
Your best chance is go get you a good job and go ahead and participate in this economy.
or open up a business and you know siphon some of that money back into your household
Straight like that.
because definitely there's plenty of it out here. You know, but on that note, we'll go to we'll switch gears a little bit. We'll go to Maria. It's our time to
No
shine.
break. Look, no
Yeah,
break.
because this shit's just too serious.
We're gonna get to the
always
relationship
brings
portion
Hey
of the show.
guys. Yeah.
So without no further ado, let's go to Maria.
All right, y'all. So, y'all know me as your relationship consultant, Xmas Smith. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. So, let's get right into it. Valentine's Day is when, guys?
Friday.
Wait, where's the claps? I need claps.
All-Star
Valentine's Day is Friday.
All-Star weekend starts when, guys? Friday.
All right, Maria, go ahead. You got it.
Okay, no. Okay, so, we do have a question. A couple people hit me up, want to know a couple questions, but let's just get right into this whole Valentine's Day thing, right? Let's go into gifts. If you have not gotten a gift yet for your loved one, I have a couple of ideas that I think would be great. So first, we want to start off with our couples massage. That's
Yes.
always a good thing. That is like a good kind of gift that you both can do, right? And it's either or. You can give it to him, he can give it to you.
Whoa.
Cool. Really? This is what happens when it's 3 men and a lady, right?
Give it to me.
Okay.
Give me that
so-
funk, that sweet, that nasty, that.
Gushy stuff.
I can't. So next is a cooking class. Why not take a cooking class? You know, you guys can have like fun
Fellas,
conversations.
how you find a picture
of
over
Trip up there?
Hold on, fellas. Do not give this to your lady. That's it.
Give her a cooking class.
Do not give her a cooking class.
No,
class.
you guys can do it
That's
together.
disrespectful.
Would you honestly be okay
Yes,
with it?
I would
man?
definitely be okay with it because
Hell no.
You
I
be like,
would wanna
honey,
learn.
honey, that casserole last week was some bullshit.
No, listen, y'all looking
I
at
think
it
we
wrong.
need to sign up for a class
Y'all
and get
looking
this
at it wrong.
together.
I'm
This is
listening, I'm
about
listening.
something intimate that you both can do together. You can learn a new dish together.
No, bitches ain't trying to learn.
You know? Whatever.
I already know how to cook.
Oh gosh. Okay, so
What we got
what's
next? Zen in the jar.
Skincare, Zen in the Jar. Y'all make sure you guys go check out Zen in the Jar.
Shout out to Zen in the Jar.
Yes. Y'all
I'm out of man crush.
check
too.
them out on Instagram. They do skincare for men and women. This is also a great gift. Women, you can get your guy, you know, some beard butter, especially if you got, you know, a guy with a beard. Who doesn't love a guy with a beard, right? You know, and fellas, get your lady some skincare, natural skincare. You know, everybody loves that, and that's the new thing nowadays, right?
Tell you what.
There we go.
I tell you what. If you massage your woman with Zen in a jar and smell her back while you're massaging her.
You're a sick dude.
Whoa, this is going way too much into.
Save that for your moon, man.
Look,
Real talk.
wait. Okay, so look.
Fairy dust, though?
Look, okay. If you guys
Talking
are
about
like
smelling
kinda
lower
living
backs and
together
shit.
or anything, another great gift for Valentine's Day is perfume or cologne. You can never go wrong with that. Okay.
Okay, awesome.
I like that.
Let's
Shout out to the
see.
ladies out there, Cosby Digital.
Oh,
I need some
so-
Chanel Blue or Creed Aventus.
yeah,
Those
There
are my
you go.
favorites.
See,
Bitch,
look,
bro, that's
see,
my
look.
shit.
So, ladies, if you want to get your man something nice, get him a card case. You know, something engraved with his initials or his name, whatever you want. I think that card cases, both men and women, are definitely a good idea for Valentine's Day. We're not talking about your birthday, Christmas, or anything else. This is Valentine's Day, okay?
All right.
So, a card
If your
case
man is
good.
broke, don't get him a card case.
Fellas,
That's rubbing salt in the wound.
I can't. Fellas.
This is where your credit card should
If
be.
you know-
Broke nigga.
You stupid. If you know that your lady, you know, has her own little sanctuary, why not help her build her vanity room? You know, or,
Like a she cave?
or hire someone to build her vanity room. I think that's great. And if you guys don't live together, you can always get her a great makeup kit. Okay, look
Bam.
at that.
Look at that.
A
That's
makeup
a lot of
organizer.
makeup.
Like that's
Damn.
amazing.
Fuck, she about to go to the
If
Super
she,
Bowl.
if she show with that much
Christ.
makeup, she ain't gonna look the same when she wake up the next day.
That is
I
fucking
can't with
crazy.
y'all.
Are there
I
any
can't.
events going on this week?
Yes. So actually, we got one. Okay, so pre-Valentine's Day, single as fuck.
Single?
Yes, single as fuck. That
This
is
is
an
a
event.
single Valentine's
I'm
Day.
actually hosting that event. So it's gonna be a barcode Thursday. I think doors opens at 6. You guys can find this event on Eventbrite. If you're single, you want to get out and mingle, definitely check this event
So this is
out.
pre-Valentine's Day.
Yes,
It's a
pre-Valentine's
single
Day.
event
So-
to find a
It's a single-
Valentine.
So
Yep,
Maria,
right.
are you taking applications? Are you single out here? If
I
they
am
come find
definitely
you.
single out in these streets, okay?
All right, what else we
I'm
got?
She
single.
said that shit proud.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is post Valentine's Day, okay? Go ahead, take a mixology class and also brunch at 1942. You
So
guys
drown
can definitely
your sorrows because you didn't get picked as a Valentine.
or Valentine's, you can definitely check this out on Eventbrite. Both these events are on there. And if you haven't found something to do on Valentine's Day, go on Eventbrite. They still got some stuff going on there. Okay?
Awesome.
So,
What's the question for today?
now, the question for the day, okay? So, in lieu of Valentine's Day, so y'all know I posted on my IG, what should we talk about, right? So, someone said, and I quote, should I get my fuck buddy a Valentine's Day gift? Fellas?
Okay.
I want to answer that one.
Is this a female or a male asking this
This
question?
is
Gotta be a
actually
female.
a male.
Okay.
A male asked this question.
That's a simple answer. Depends on how good. That's
Hey, fella,
Depends on how good it is.
if it's A1, yes, you should. whatever her favorite alcohol, her favorite gift card, her favorite restaurant, you absolutely should get your fuck buddy something for Valentine's Day because she's been keeping you drained and relaxed the whole year. And she deserves to be recognized for
We're
that.
gonna have a lot of fuck buddies out here like, I gotta get her a gift.
Yeah,
Hey.
fellas, step up to the plate, man. Come on, man. If you're listening to the show, you're probably at least 28 years old. Stop being a little, stop being a little buster. Go ahead and get her something nice, man.
At least McCormick and Smith's Legal Seafood, take her out.
Right. At least legal.
Especially if y'all both single, if that's your main, you know what I'm saying, take her out.
Get her something nice, man.
Damn, what
Come
you
on.
say?
She's gonna fuck you a lot better that night.
You don't want my answer.
No, come on.
We do.
Come on.
This
we
is the
do.
talk show.
Yes.
Should
You have
get
to
your
talk.
fuck buddy
3 men and a lady. Let's
Should you
let's,
get your fuck
let's
buddy
go.
out?
You're here for
Yes.
your opinion.
I honestly believe if it's just that's just a relationship, that's just what it is. No expectations. You're already getting what you want out of
Forgot
it.
we was talking to the narcissist of the
I'm not a narcissist.
He goes to the bar and just stands there.
Nah, I have
Bask in my ambiance, bitch.
No, it's not that. I have conversations, and if she doesn't want me, then I don't want her. If our relationship is just a fuck buddy relationship, I'm just being for real. If our relationship is just a fuck buddy relationship, I don't expect nothing from you, and you shouldn't expect nothing from me. It's just that.
Now,
Fuck buddy. That's
Hello,
all it is.
that is
I'm
the
just giving my
definition.
opinion.
so
There's no
now,
such thing as a fuck buddy, in my opinion.
It is
It's
such thing as
not.
fuck buddies.
It is.
There
It is.
There are
is.
such things, but like,
There is such things as sometimes there have been people in our past where you just literally call when it's
Like,
time
honestly,
to do
like-
that. That person does not want or need anything else. But
when I was a
you.
single
But
man
that.
and I had, women that I dealt with, right? I wasn't necessarily in love with them or nothing like that. But I'm a friendly person. Like, especially if it's good, like, I'm friendly. So like, I'm like, you know what? This is a good person I'm dealing with. Like, let me just go ahead and do something nice for this person.
that's a nice guy. You're
You know
a
what I
nice
mean?
guy.
Now, I'm not tricking 24/7 all year round. That's not happening.
but one day out the year.
But
I could-
Valentine's
It's a few
Day,
days that are acceptable.
right? I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. She earned it.
I could promise you, any woman that I've ever talked to or have been with will tell you how generous and nice I am. But if it's just that situation of a fuck buddy, then that's just what it is.
Yeah. So
Not even
I
a cold
definitely-
UCB, no bar drinks and an entree. Not even a bar drink and an entree.
A bar drinking, what do you mean?
and an entree. Like you're not gonna give her
Oh, for
that.
fuck
See,
buddy?
lady, give me your.
He's
Never mind,
Mario
never mind.
Bowser.
Look.
He's like, I don't know anything about go.
So look, this is my take on it. I say no.
I
Don't
was
get your
Mr.
fuck buddy
Go-Go.
no gift. If y'all are just fuck buddies, there's no gift that needs to be involved. And the crazy thing is, a lot of women that saw that question, they said no, you don't, because you
Well,
don't.
women don't want to get nobody
done
nothing anyway, so that's not a
I mean,
surprise to me.
I wouldn't say that. However, but you don't want anyone to think more of something or think, you know what I'm saying, something is going somewhere more. Because when you get someone a gift, you basically imply that, you're thoughtful, you're thinking about things, and then if you just a fuck buddy, you're gonna be like, this way too much. Oh nah, we about to I'm about to fall back because he taking it too serious.
But if you grown, look,
Exactly.
we're talking about grown people though.
So I think
We're
some
talking
people.
just
I
about
think. Hold on.
grown-
You know what's fucked up?
Yeah.
I think even some people are in dysfunctional fuck buddy relationships, right?
Okay,
Because
I can agree with you on that.
it's even a difference between a jump off and a fuck buddy. If it's a thought, I ain't getting no
Right.
thought.
It's a jump off is a different situation.
Okay.
But if you saying that's my fuck buddy, that means we are spending
We have a rapport.
multiple encounters together, right? And we generally will. You're at least coming to my house. You're not at a hotel, so they're in your space.
Okay.
They probably generally been around you, even if it's at an outside function somewhere. You've been around them, so it's like this is a person that you have a rapport with. So I think a lot of those women have been jump offs, and they're confusing.
I
jump
tell you what,
offs
fellas,
with
if you're
fuck buddies.
confused, keep the present nearby.
Yes.
Just in case she acts like,
Okay.
just in case she acts mad that you didn't get her nothing.
Yeah,
I got
agree.
you something. It's right here. She don't say nothing. Keep the receipt. Take it back to the store.
Especially if you snag
That's fair.
if you snag yourself a superhead, you better get it.
Oh my God, I cannot. So somebody posted.
They're
this
not a dime a
on,
dozen. I'm telling you.
On the comments, this doesn't have anything to do with Valentine's Day, but I thought I would read it because it's for relationships. It says, Ask them, do they feel comfortable with their lady going out to eat with a male friend or coworker without the other half coming?
Absolutely.
On Valentine's Day? On Valentine's Day?
I don't think it's
No,
for
just
Valentine's
period.
Day. I think in period.
No, hell no.
I don't care.
Can they go out?
What?
I say
You mean
no.
can they go out to eat like as in what?
Look, I'm gonna read to you again
Yeah, read it again one more time.
what he posted, and
A
this
recipe
is
for
from
this
A guy posted it. Or
a
girl?
guy posted it. His name is Da Young Must Push. I don't know if anyone knows him.
The Young
However,
Must Push. I know the Young
yeah,
Must Push.
he said,
Does he sell
ask
crack?
them-
That sounds like
I
it.
don't
Used
know.
to back in the day.
Oh, God.
Damn, you
like,
know the
nah.
man and you put him out there like
I
How
that?
you
said
gonna put him
nah,
out
man. I
there
said
like
psych
that?
nah, nigga, I'm playing.
Yeah. Anyway, he said ask them, do they feel comfortable with their lady going out to eat with a male friend or coworker without the other half coming?
I said no.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable.
Bullshit. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
and especially with not the other half coming, especially if it's nothing going on.
You can.
I feel like,
you be texting like a mother. You be asking questions like a mother.
like, what are you really doing? Like,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. I also feel like if we think about it, we know male and female relationships, they can be strictly platonic. However, it's how you go about those things and the boundaries
It's not business.
that you set.
And I'm even leery about business. What kind of fucking business is it?
But sometimes it can be though. Sometimes it can be. But again, look.
Business
see?
is the new
See,
excuse.
Look,
Oh, you going to another business lunch,
see,
huh?
see.
You want another? Oh, you want another? How many business meetings does this require?
Right.
You don't have
Here we
Skype.
go. No, here we go. 3 men and a lady, right? No, but seriously, it can be, but it's all about the boundary, the communication that, you know, your partner set. If your partner is being sneaky or some other stuff or not telling you, you know, what's going on or whatever, then that's something different. However, I feel like if you're like going out with a male coworker or, you know, a business partner, you should definitely tell your
Sorry,
significant
I'm
other.
out on that. Sorry.
Going out with them, like just
Meaning
hanging out.
like,
the guy-
okay, we're
I've been
gonna
the
go
guy-
to dinner
I've been the guy
and
out with
it's
him.
not
I've been the
like-
guy out with a chick, and she's like, I'm just going to tell him that this is that. Hell no.
Oh,
I'm not
wow.
getting done like that.
See,
Because
again, there are,
I've
You
been
been
the guy.
on the other
and that's
side.
your
huh?
experience.
I've been the guy.
Yeah.
Oh
And
no,
it-
he's just yeah, man. Oh, no.
I think it should definitely be.
Fuck
I
outta here.
definitely don't feel like
Hell
it
no.
should be a solo kind of like intimate kind of date.
I
I
don't
definitely
believe that
feel
shit.
like
I've heard that one before.
Hey yo.
Even if it was the truth, I wouldn't believe it.
So look,
wow.
Don't even matter of fact, don't even ask me no shit like that. Are you serious? Matter of fact, all right, you go ahead and do that, and guess what? I got a business meeting.
so
I just met this chick off Craigslist. We got some business.
lady, so ladies, if you do that, don't tell your dude. Lie.
Look, basically, you're
telling
putting
you with your
Yeah.
homegirls. Just lie.
Hey.
No, don't lie.
No, you should lie. Definitely
You
lie.
better really be there.
Yeah.
You gotta know your dude. If
We
you know
are
your
not
dude,
okay with that
then-
shit.
Look, I'm on my Mario Winans, man. I don't want to know. So just
There
lie.
you
I
go. And that's fair. And that's the thing.
Don't alert me to
That's not
something
fair.
that I don't need to be alerted.
No, that is fair.
Of
because
course that's
if
fair
you
for
know
you.
your
She
dude,
just eat
no,
that
no,
and
no,
that's
no.
fair.
Prime example.
not
If
fair.
she say,
If you
if I
know
ask
your
you what you
dude-
did, and you say I went out with, just say I went out with my coworkers after work.
If you know your dude and you know your dude can't handle it, then why would you tell him? Don't ask me questions that you don't want to know the answer to.
Okay,
Or what if he's not okay with it and you just don't do it?
Well, then if it's my significant other and
If he
he's
says,
not
"I'm
okay
not
with
okay
me
with you
going,
going out."
then I'm not gonna go
Oh,
with
okay.
this male coworker.
I mean,
or
why would you
business
even
partner.
ask me some shit like that though? What the fuck you asking me that?
But how else am I supposed to do business?
How about you do business the smart way and not ask me no stupid ass questions? How about you tell him, nah, I don't think so. You can come out of the house and meet with me and my husband and we can talk business.
Right. And
Other
that's
than that,
fair.
you lost your
Because
fucking
truth
mind.
be
That's
told,
fair.
if it's real business, your husband and wife, your significant other
So
can
look,
be involved
bro,
with you.
If my significant other has a work husband, that
No, that's the bullshit. That work husband and work wife.
yeah, all right,
Cancel
that's what you
that.
think, right?
No, she's saying she doesn't
No,
trust
I'm
it.
no. I don't trust
Okay,
it.
you can trust it or not trust it, right?
No, I don't trust it.
If
You trust it?
So this is my thing. If it comes down to me having a happy household, right, and my wife is happy at work, and it's a nigga that, you know what I'm saying, got an energy for my wife, and he gonna treat her a certain way because he feels a certain way about her. I'm trying to be with the caliber of woman that niggas is gonna feel that way about anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's something you can't control.
But are you
So
okay,
you're okay
with
with
your
her
woman
having-
entertaining that
I can
though?
tell
Hold on. I really
it's been a
want
while
to
since you've
answer
been in a relationship.
So I don't. It
So
don't
you're
bother.
okay with your girl entertaining that?
Bro, that nigga's
It's
gonna
one
crack
thing
that
to
shit.
have like,
like,
you know what I'm saying,
think the
people
work
after
husband
your
does?
lady.
So hold on.
I
So
get it.
maybe we got different definitions of what a
You
work
just think he's just
husband
giving
and
her
wife.
good energy?
Okay.
Yeah, he's giving her good energy, all right.
Oh yeah, real good energy.
Nigga said,
I just-
if she can
I
have
just
the
don't-
energy,
In the meeting.
she's happy at work. She's happy as shit at work.
Let's meet in the parking lot.
good
Let's
energy.
go to lunch.
So this is. So I'll give you my overall philosophy. right?
Please do.
okay.
When it comes to cheating and infidelity, if a woman wants to cheat on you, like she's like 4 or 5 steps ahead of us guys. You know what I'm saying? So
Don't always believe that.
if we handle our business, right? Especially us, we all have black women, right? We handle our business and we're dating black women, they're gonna ride for us, they're gonna be down for us, they're gonna do their thing. So as long as we handle our business, we don't necessarily have to worry about her stepping out. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question?
When those situations happen, when they step out, when they start looking for attention in other places, it's because something we've been deficient in. If we not showing them enough attention, it's something we're not doing. Because most black women, they gonna ride for you if you show them hey, don't hit me with the fucking laugh track. That's fucked up. You threw me off with that. But from my experience, if you're on point, like I don't have to worry about what my woman is doing. Because if I'm handling my business, I'm showing her proper attention emotionally, physically, financially. She's not checking for no other dudes. So, because at the end of the day, you can't control them. You can't control them. You cannot control a woman. And you saying, oh, what you
I'm not
can't
gonna
do,
give the green
you
light
can't do
either.
this, you can't do this, you can't do
but
that.
to
That's
say-
trying to control them.
But it's not, okay. It's a difference.
You can tell them what you're uncomfortable with.
No, it's a difference between controlling somebody and saying, listen, woman that I am with, I am not okay with you and I don't want you to have a work husband. That shit's not acceptable in this relationship or we could be done. Because I know what a work husband leads to because in the past I've been a work husband.
Yeah, we all have.
And if
I
you're
mean, I
saying you
haven't been
haven't
good.
been one, like
I
you,
haven't been
good.
a work husband.
you know what a work husband
It's not
does.
good. Like I honestly, like I don't want to get too deep into this. I'm just saying, like,
Wait a minute.
I'm glad you were
wait,
mature
man.
enough to bail yourself.
Yes.
what I'm saying is, like, dude, it's not right out here, man.
Oh no!
It's
oh,
not.
if anybody knows, I know it's a dirty game out here.
Oh yeah,
It's a dirty
But you
game.
handling your business though.
But what I'm saying is, well, I'll take that back.
Let me
I'm
tell
not
you
going to go
something.
as far as
Let me
that
tell you
I need
something.
the work husband in terms of.
There's women out here that will make you think you handling your business and it just be
You
on,
ain't.
on some whole other shit.
But
Sad to
ultimately,
say it, but it's true.
but ultimately,
like,
can
I'm tearing it down. I'm
can
doing
but
everything.
ultimately can you control them? That's my thing.
Can't.
So I've released
control
that
anyone.
anxiety. Like, oh, I'm gonna try to control what my girl is doing. I can only control what I can do. So if I treat her right, if I do what I'm supposed to do, and she step out on me, it wasn't meant to be. But if I handle my business, I can't be afraid of her being in scenarios where she needs to make the right decision. Even if she goes out with a coworker, she needs to make the right decision. The ones that ain't happy,
she
make
gonna
the
make the right
decision.
decision,
Make
all
the decision to fuck the work husband in the bathroom. The ones that
no.
happy makes a different decision.
So what's
So
the
like,
decision that wants to
so
happen?
I don't.
They go home.
I don't necessarily think it's about control. I think it's more so a matter of respect and boundaries, you know, and communication within your relationship. I definitely feel like, first of all, no one in a sound, solid, good relationship need a fucking work husband or work wife. That shit.
Look at
no.
your face when you said that.
Yes, because that shit can lead to other shit. And it can open doors that may not necessarily want to be open on either part. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you may have one that's like, oh, this is cute. It's work. He. But the other one is like, yeah, I'm really trying to dig her. She give me the open light and I'm going.
But see, that's the difference. If you treat your woman right, and it goes by profession. Let's say, so we got a lot of entrepreneurs up here, so we don't really have to deal with the work husband, work wife. But if let's say your girl is in HR, she at the job 9 to 5, she's away from you every day. Our women aren't away from us every day. They're not. So our perspective on that might be a little
Can be
bit,
something totally
be a little
different
bit
than somebody
skewed.
else.
But
At the end of the
I've been in a situation where I was dealing with a female or two or three for disclaiming purposes that were in office situations and they was getting down. Granted, I wasn't a saint either. But what I'm saying is like, you know, that should be happening.
Yeah,
Like, for
it's
sure.
real
But
life.
think about this, right? In your previous marriage, if you're
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Whoa, wait.
Jesus Christ!
this is hold on, this is public record.
That nigga went straight for the jugular.
Jesus.
Stay for it.
Okay.
I have no knowledge of anything that happened in my previous marriage, but go ahead.
All right. So in a previous situation, right? If that threw me off again. In your previous situation, right? If all your needs were being met to the point where you felt like other options didn't matter, they wouldn't matter.
So in the previous situations, man, like
What happened? What actually
I'll
happens
say
matters.
this. I'll say this. I'm speaking on myself.
Yeah.
Dude, how do I word this? In certain previous situations that I was in, I came across great women. Like, I full-fledged dated chicks while I was in like committed relationships. Like a quote-unquote committed relationship, but I full-fledged dated.
Are you Muslim?
You would have thought I was. So what I'm saying is like, you know, I understand why certain things could have went down with me in my past relationships because like I went full-fledged hard for other chicks. Only because that situation that I was dealing with or those situations weren't fulfilling me. So I get what you're saying. Make it home happy. You don't have to worry about nothing. Because when my home wasn't happy, and
Yeah, because
I did my thing.
Because this is the thing. I know you're a stand-up individual, right? So if you're getting what you need from your family and your family nucleus, you know what I'm saying? All those other things don't matter as much. But if you step through the door and
You hear a bunch of bullshit.
yeah,
on
you
that.
hearing a bunch of bullshit, and then you got, you know, to quote one of my favorite movies, you got Sunshine over here, you know, coddling you and telling you how handsome you are and how good of a provider you are. Like that doesn't happen. That doesn't rarely happen
That's
until
on both
you get.
sides, though.
I did so much cheating in one relationship, bro. I wished that she was also cheating, just so it could relieve my consciousness.
Yeah.
I was
But see,
"Oh, I
like
hope she's
that's
fucking
when
somebody."
it
But let
comes
me ask you a
down to
question.
where
Let me
like
ask-
people need to, when it gets like that, you need to have a conversation. You need to be honest about
Sometimes it ain't
what
even
you're
worth the
feeling
conversation.
and
You
move
already know it's
about
over.
it. And that's true. So then that's when you take the steps to where you end it completely.
Oh yeah, you definitely got to do that.
Well, we all need to get to grow to. What we need to grow to is we need to grow to the point where if you're in a marriage or a committed relationship, you have to understand that shit ain't always gonna be peachy. You have to understand that sometimes the sex is gonna fall. You have to understand that sometimes there's gonna be times when you're gonna walk into that household and you're gonna hear bitching and complaining and moaning. But that doesn't give you an excuse to step out if you're in a committed relationship in a marriage. But sometimes we were younger and didn't understand that. But we need to grow to the point.
Oh, I was fully aware.
Yeah, but I'm saying your mindset was young. So you're in a situation now where even when shit gets hard or will get hard, it doesn't mean you just step out because shit will never always be peachy.
Hell yeah, I'll be 36 years old.
Yeah,
on
like
Monday.
how often are we gonna run around and
On
do the same
Monday.
shit?
That's what I'm saying.
I'll be 36 years old on Monday.
Yeah,
And I get it.
yeah. It's like
I get it.
It's like we can't just keep saying every time some shit gets bad, that's an excuse to run. Like, nah, nigga, that's why our families are so fucked up now. At the end of the day.
But I also believe that you should not force something that is not there. If you know that it's over,
We talking
it's
about,
no.
but we went from talking about cheating to talking about if the situation is just bad and we just come home with this bullshit. That happens sometimes.
Yo, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, like this broadcast this week, thanks to me, My genius.
Yes.
Went off so smooth. Like,
Claps on that. You can hang
Hey, this
claps
fucking
for me
music,
on
this
that.
relationship music is
Dope,
definitely
right?
dope too.
Well, this is what I do. This is what I think about all week.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody who's watching on live that's not going to hear the
Absolutely.
first 10 minutes.
right.
No,
didn't
because
hear
we
the first
know we
10 minutes.
recorded.
That shit wasn't red.
It wasn't.
Well,
It
no,
was
the
I
people
said
on live
3
can hear
times.
it.
It's
but however,
we was missing
he
something
did
from the
push
board.
It, though. He did push it because I saw when he pushed it.
just
However,
didn't have the
it
card
was
in.
blue.
We didn't have the memory card on the board. So guess what we're doing? So shout out to all the terrible engineers we've had over the time.
We did it on
And
goddamn.
Listen Vision and with Blue and Yellow Studios. All y'all terrible engineers, right?
First of all,
We took it-
I would
We
like to
didn't say
state
that.
for
I didn't
myself,
say that.
I have
I
no
didn't say
issue with
that.
anybody.
Oh, this is
Blue and Yellow Vision.
this is Cosby Digital. I'll
Listen,
stand
Vision,
on that.
Y'all can go to hell, but
Y'all are terrible. Trash.
That's the tequila.
We embarked on our own journey, so we bought all our own equipment. So we ready to podcast anyway. So if you need us to pull up, we can pull up with all our own shit. And in doing that, we working out the kinks. You know, we forget stuff here and there. But we making progress. So if you look at 2 weeks episodes versus this episode, man, it's gonna be much better.
Getting better and
wait
better
till
and
we
better.
like April, nigga, we gonna be on it. You ain't gonna be able to tell us nothing. But guess what? We black entrepreneurs and we moving forward.
so on that note,
Where's the
let's
call?
get to it. Daniel,
Where we at? Final thoughts?
final thoughts, sir.
I love when the final thoughts come on first. Man. It always gets me to take a deep breath and think about what I'm going to say. Just keep present.
You did all that. Don't say no bullshit.
All right. He who knows not. Hold on, man. These are my final thoughts, man.
All right, I'm sorry, I'm gonna laugh.
He who knows not and knows that he knows not is a fool. Shun him. He who knows not and knows not that he knows not needs help. Guide him. He who knows but knows not needs leadership. Lead him. And he who knows and knows that he knows is a leader. Follow him. Straight talk, no chase. You don't have to agree with us, but you should listen to us. And if you have a problem with anything any one of us says, join in on the conversation next time. Comment on the sections below. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. We're just here to push the conversation forward, being open-minded. And if you don't like us, kiss my ass.
Maria.
Final thoughts. Yeah, you guys, make sure you guys go check all of us out. Y'all make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, Facebook, comments, feedback, all that good stuff. Anything you want to hear from us, you guys let us know. Please rewind this episode so you guys can get some good gift ideas for your significant other. And yeah, y'all make sure y'all tune in next week.
Yeah, so shout out to everybody who was on my live. I did something on my phone and fucked it up. Once again, I appreciate everybody who tuned in and supports the Straight Talk No Chase show. I appreciate everyone who stops us on the street. And like, when the show's coming back, what y'all gonna do? We miss your analysis. We miss the fuckery. We miss everything about what's going on. So we brought it back for you guys, man. We're gonna strive to bring you a quality show, a quality product. Shout out to my new partner, Skylar, back there. What's up, Skylar?
Hey, Sky.
She's on the team, so I appreciate her. And for the most part, this was an awesome show. And look, if you're going to be politically active, get yourself educated. Whatever side you're going to be on, make sure you're going with your interest. If your interest is LGBT, if your interest is black, if your interest is, as my man Claude Anderson would say, midgets and humpbacks, make sure your vote is going toward whatever your interest is, and don't get caught up in the hype, and use your vote wisely. And if you're looking to celebrities to be your moral compass or guide, you may be a little off. So Be yourself. Take care of your family. Live great. That's Cosby Digital.
Yo. First of all, I'd like to give a motherfucking round of applause to everybody here today. Good Lord. The commentary was insane.
Absolutely. Good show, guys.
Juice Man Dan.
This is a wild ass nigga.
In the 10 minutes. Maria and her shameless plugs. Cosby Digital with his fucking analog headphones on.
Analog.
Hey, my Magnavox headphones work just fine.
This just came with a Walkman.
Not a Walkman. Wait.
Yo, with the rewind joint, you gotta flip the tape around and press fast forward to rewind it and get on the other side.
He got his daughter's Beat headphones and he think he's all that. And oh, y'all laughing. Hold on, Maria. You got the bootleg beats. Them things look like beats, but they don't say nothing on the side.
But I'm good though.
You got the Skeets headphones.
Skeets? Oh.
Skeets. They don't say Magnavox, okay?
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
your shit don't say nothing.
Exactly.
Goddamn.
Say less.
I don't know who to side with.
And Dan, you got some bootleg DJ headphones.
I'm a DJ at heart.
Okay. So let's get into this.
Come on, Trip. What's your final
All right,
thought?
final thoughts, man. Listen. First of all, I'd like to say that we here at Straight Talk No Chase are progressive thinking individuals, and this is a progressive thinking podcast, but not in the traditional progressive sense.
Not at all.
We not with the bootlicking baby boomers.
No bootlicking.
Nope.
So, first final thought. Gayle King, you got to go. Oprah Winfrey, you got to go.
Where do they gotta go?
Al Sharpton, you got to go.
Not sharp.
Who else? I can't think of no more bootlickers.
Jesse?
Jesse Jackson, you got to go.
Jesse Smollett.
Jesse Smollett, do your time, man.
Yay.
Hey, look, go on, do your time.
Go on, do your time.
Go on, do your time.
UCB, man.
Come back out here on these streets, man. We got you, bro. But nah, seriously. It's been a great week, man. I don't really have too much to say, other than just reiterate some of the things we said earlier. As far as the Trump shit goes, I mean, look, this is America, people. Trump got this shit sewn up.
Me too.
All of you niggas like on Facebook, I keep seeing this crying shit. Trump did this, Trump. I can't believe I still see all these people crying about Trump articles. Like, he done did everything at this point.
They done shared every tweet, just making it more popular.
Bruh,
Yep.
just forget about it. It's over with. It's done. The Democrats are done. We saw the results of the Iowa caucus. The New Hampshire shit's coming out tonight. They talking about Buttigieg and Sanders. They don't have a shot in hell of beating fucking Trump. Forget about it. Forget about it. As far as Malcolm X goes, it's always good to be objective. You know what I mean? Malcolm X was a great man. Elijah Muhammad was a great man. It's a shame that these two men were torn apart. But it is what it is. The FBI definitely has something to do with Malcolm X's murder. So I won't put that on the Nation of Islam. Other than that, have a happy Valentine's Day. And Sunday we turn it up for my birthday at Park.
Hey.
Then at the Park, if you're trying to go and do some real partying, we're going to see UCB at Felicity Lounge. That's how we doing it.
Talk
Good
about
night.
it. Talk about a shameless plug.
How you turn this motherfucker on?
Shout out to Haley and Wap.